I guess we are live. Let's go. Nope, we cannot stop this. Okay, hi everyone. I guess this is a small try from my side to learn Node.js and Express deeply. I don't really know how much I'm going to learn, but I will try how much can I teach and learn at the same time. I don't know Node and Express pretty well, but I think I'm kind of decent in it, so I will try as much as I could. So let's start. I have prepared a list of topics that I'm going to learn today. So these are the topics. Well, most of the people know what Node.js is and how it works. Basically, Node.js is a JavaScript runtime where JavaScript gets executed and it uh, the Node.js actually runs on the servers or the computers. So Node.js was actually made for running on servers or computers because JavaScript was not a language that was designed to run specifically on computers. It was mainly made for the websites. So Node.js bridged the gap so JavaScript could run on computers and servers. So how Node.js was made at first, basically some developers wrote the code um, on the top of V8 engine, which is the engine that executes JavaScript code on the Chrome browser. So they somehow pulled out the engine, wrote some C++ code over it, and they made Node.js. And that's how we got Node that can run JavaScript on our computers. Well, installing Node and initializing it is pretty easy. If you want to install Node, then go to like Node.js, search Node.js website, then you will see this website. Go here and just click on download Node.js LTS, and similarly you will download. As Node.js is already installed on my computer, I'm not going to install it. After after the installation is pretty straightforward. You click continue, and then Node.js get installed on your computer. If you want to see that Node.js is installed or not, you can check like node or simply version. Then if it states the version, then Node is installed on your computer. If not, then you probably need to reinstall Node or see your errors in the Stack Overflow. Just copy the error and paste it here. You will get redirected to Stack Overflow. Go there and check for your errors. That way you will learn how to solve the errors yourself. Okay, and also I want to add one more thing, that when you install Node, you should also install npm. What is npm? Npm stands for Node Version Manager. Basically, what happens that when you work on multiple projects that involve Node.js, so sometimes the versions conflicts, as you have different version installed on your computer, but the project requires another version. So you have to install Node Version Manager so you can switch between versions and work specifically on a given version or whatever required version that you are trying to use. So how to install npm? Like, just simply have a search here, how to install npm in Windows or Mac or whatever you see. But mm, basically go to any website, and I'm pretty sure about my Mac users. You just have to npm install npm, I guess. That's what you have to do. Or I have installed via brew install npm. I don't know how to install it on Windows, but you'll typically find it here, like here. And installing on Mac is pretty simple. Like npm install Mac is like brew install uh, npm install Mac. Oh. Mm, okay, I guess we will find here, right? Mm, Okay, yeah, Brew install NVM. As I said that I have installed it via Brew. Brew is actually a package manager. You can say that it um, helps in installing via terminal. So I have already installed. So you can see the NVM version. Okay, oh, I have to double. Okay, so this is my NVM version that is installed. So basically you can use NVM to manage multiple node versions on your computers. It's a pretty good thing to have. So I would recommend you to download it. And after it, when you are done installing node and all, just make a new folder. You know how to create a new folder on your computer, just make it. I'm creating the folder on my terminal, so you can follow it. Like, this is some Linux command. If you are on Linux operating system or Mac, these commands will work. But if you are using Windows, some command prompt, then I guess they have different commands for there. You can search them. So mkdir I'm going to name like node learn. So I made, and I'll just like cd cd node learn, and then I'm just going to open VS Code to code. So this way you can open node on your computer, and then what you have to do, that you have to initialize node in this repository or in this folder, because you have installed node on your computer, but the node is not installed specifically in this folder. So you have to install it. How? Just open the terminal and do npm init. Now you can ask that what is npm. Npm stands for node package manager. uh, Basically when you install node.js, npm comes with it. Npm helps us manage modules. What are modules? Well, modules are little block of codes or a part of code that are separated in different folder to make the code more readable and reusable. I'm going to cover module just a bit later. So for now, just know that node package manager helps us in managing the code. Sorry, not managing the code, but managing the modules that node.js provides us. So you can type this command npm init. So what it will do, that it will initialize node on this repository, or you can simply the no npm init dash y. If you do dash y, then it will add all the basic things automatically, so you don't have to type anything for your point. But if you just do npm init, then I mean, okay, I did npm init y. So what it did, it created a package.json file. I did not had to specify anything like learn, version, main, scripts, keywords, author, license, anything. But if you simply do npm init, then it will ask for your everything. Like if I just delete it, and then just for npm init, then see it will ask me like what is the package name, anything, what is the version, anything, description, anything. Like, you have to type it specifically. Okay, test command, nothing, git repository, nothing, keywords, nothing, author, you can type your name. That does not, yep. Okay, and then type it yes, and done. So this is how you just add multiple things. So both way you can initialize node on your repository, and that will be done. So now what you can do, that you can use node.js on this repository. Like if you write some code here, like if I create index.js file, or try to write some code, mm, whatever, like any javascript code that will work, like simply console.log will also work. That is javascript. So if I write this, and if I did not had node, suppose I did not have node, if I delete this, and And if I try to run this, then I don't think it will work because node is not installed here. Like node index.js. Oh yeah, it worked. So probably maybe we learn different things. uh, let me see, can I uninstall node? Uninstall, no, I'm not gonna do it. Probably that works. Can I run node? Can I run node? In a folder without initializing. Is npm init needed? Okay. I always thought that you should initialize npm first before installing any packages. However, found that you can just go straight. Okay. It is not required. You can install packages without, and everything will work. npm ask for basic project info. Okay. Okay. So what I learned that you do not need npm init specifically. You can like run your node code, but whenever you need to install something, then the simply package.json file will automatically get created if you try to install some modules. So yes, you do not really need to npm init. Okay, good thing. Okay, so see, if I did not have node on my computer, I was not going to run this. Like if I do this command node index.js, it run the code on my computer, because if as I said, node.js runs on a computer. But if you did not have node, then it will probably not work. So yeah, so just create the npm init file anyways. Okay, the package.json file is created. All right. Also, I had something now that let me create a readme.md file. I just wanted to do something, I mean do everything from scratch, because all I have been doing was coding with the help of AI. So I really want to change that and try to code everything with my bare hands, so I can get the idea that what I'm doing. Although this might take some time to get adjusted to, I will get a lot of syntax errors, and this is the way I'm choosing to learn this. Anyways, so I'm just creating a readme.md file, and this way this is more fun for me. I don't not readme.js, and at least I don't have to go to AI, copy the code and just paste it. Like, okay. Let me just copy the code once more here. So okay, so the first thing is done, like installing node and initialization. This is all everything we had to, you know we're doing. And the second part is like modules and importing and exporting modules. uh yes, I was talking about modules, right? So let's learn what is modules. Basically, modules are small bunch of reusable codes. Like, suppose this is your big code base, like this is your whole code base. So you you have two options, like you can write everything in this single code base on a single folder, and nothing will, I mean, there's nothing wrong in writing everything in a single folder, but it's just get messy when you try to debug. So what options you have, that you try to write some components of it codes on different folders, and whenever you need, you import this uh, folder in your main folder that is actually you are running. So this way you do not have to write everything in this main folder, and just your code gets more nicer to look at and probably more easier to debug. Just give me some example and that will, I guess, work. Like suppose you are building a calculator, like um, a calculator has multiple features, like you can say, if you try to build a calculator, let me just, like if you are building a calculator, if you are, suppose you are building a calculator, then this is your whole code base, like this is a very big code base of yours. So you can write everything, every logic that your calculator have, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, like you can, and division. Basically you can write every logic, that how to divide, how to multiply, in a single folder, and that will not change the functionality of your calculator, but the code base becomes much messier when you try to debug it, like there's something wrong with your multiplication code base. um, then you have to search through everything, like the add code base, the sub logic, the multiplication logic. So this is something that I mean you should not follow, but rather you should follow a modular approach. How? Like you can divide your code into some modules, like different modules similar to this, like just give me a small. Okay, so suppose you write your addition code base in a different folder, your subtraction in different file, your multiply in different file, and division different file. And what you can do, that these files are separated, so you can debug them separately, and then you can import them in your main code base. So this way it gets easier for you to manage the code base and debug them later. So this is called modular approach. These small parts are called modules, and that are needed to uh, make break your big code base into small chunks of pieces. uh, yes, that's all we have. I'm really bad with these diagrams. I'm just trying my best to not look silly. uh, Anyways, so this is the part of modules. I mean, you can consider modules as a small part of this, like you can give small I mean, you can divide your whole code base into small modules, and that's it, suppose. Yep. So this is called modular approach. So Node.js follows modular approach. In Node.js, we have basically three type of modules. Like the first type of module that we have in Node.js is called the core modules. Core modules. The core modules are inbuilt in Node.js. I mean, they are, when Node.js developers made Node.js, they actually made the modules themselves, so we can use it without really defining it anywhere else. We just have to import it on our code base, I mean in file, and we can use it simply. And the second type of modules are called third party modules. Third party modules are modules that were not made by Node.js. They were made by different developers all around the world. Different people wrote different codes that makes the lives easier of developers, and they store those modules in a place called Node Package Registry. Node Package Registry is basically a place or a database or whatever you can say, where people wrote their modules and stored there. Like these are the small modules that other developers wrote and stored in the Node Package Registry. So whenever a person needs those modules, they can simply install them via command npm install. So they can run this command, and then they can use the name of the module they are trying to install. Like Express is a third party module, so if we try to install it, npm install Express, then what it will do, that it will install Express from here, Node Package Registry, to our main code base. So these are third party modules. And the third type of module is called custom modules. Custom modules are basically the modules which uh, the custom modules are modules that you define by yourself, like you wrote some logic in a different file. The custom modules are modules built by us ourselves in our in our main code base. So we write some code like whatever we wrote, and this code we have we have stored it in a different folder, and whenever we need this code base, we can simply export it on our code base. These are called custom modules. So this is all about three type of modules: core, third party, and custom. And custom modules, I guess, if I try to make a custom module, okay, let me give some example one by one. Like, let me make a folder utils.js. Suppose I am keeping this index.js as my main file and utils.js as a module. So I'm going to write some code here, and then I will import it in the main file index.js. So let me write something that is pretty fun, like a simple function adds that adds two numbers, function a comma b. Okay, so this is a, okay, I haven't specified the name. So okay, so we have a function named sum, that what it does, that it actually sums to two numbers, and we are writing it here. So this is our module. We can call it like some module that is doing something. So what if I try to import this here? Like, we do not try to I want to write this code again, but what we want to do is to uh, keep the make this code usable in index.js. So we have two options to export this here. So the first option is, you have to go to your package.json file and just check one thing, the type. If your type is CommonJS, then you have to use CommonJS syntax. And if you have your type module, like there are basically two types, one is module this, and one is CommonJS. So basically module is more widely used to import and export modules, but you can use CommonJS syntax as well. The CommonJS and module, I mean module means ES5 basically. So ES6, the parent of JavaScript, from where the JavaScript is actually derived. So you can use CommonJS, or you can use ES6. So the both syntax are a little bit different. Like, let me show you. Like, if you want to export this sum function, what you can do is module dot export. Okay, no. Okay, so this way what it happens, that you are module dot exports, you are exporting a module, what, sum. So this is exported. Now you can import it basically in this file, and you will be good to go. So the syntax for CommonJS is like const sum is equal to require utils. Remember, see that we have used here the file name, I mean the file path, I mean where we are going to find the sum in this file path. So you have to use the file path where your function or something is written. So this is written here, so we are using this syntax, and now you can use this function in this folder, although you have not defined the function here, but you can use it. Like if I try to console.log the function, see, if I try to like do this now, then uh, this function sum 1 and 2, it will check the function here utils.js and give us the result after adding them, which is 3. So if I try to run this, like, let me clear it first so it gets easier. Like, if I like node index.js, So it's giving me 3. So that means that it can access a module here and it actually giving us the answer. And now we can also export and import multiple things at once. Like this is just function, and we can also import like objects and all. Like if I try to name something like const pi, like pi is equal to, so see, this is a variable, we can import it as well. So just the syntax gets a bit different because you want to export two terms simultaneously. One is the sum function and one is the pi variable. How would you do so? This is the syntax. You get curly brackets, and in curly brackets you write what you want to export. Like I am first wanting to export sum and then pi. Then this way we can export multiple things in this module at once. And if you want to import these multiple things here, then just we have to specify here the same thing in the curly brackets. In the curly brackets we can add the both things that we want to import, like sum and then pi. As both the things are there in utils.js, so it will find them. Like it's finding the sum, then if I try to console.log pi, then it would automatically give me pi as well. Like see, this is giving me 3.114159, which is the value of pi that we stored in utils.js. So this is something importing and exporting via CommonJS syntax. And now if we want to use ES6 syntax or ES6 syntax, then you have to change the type to module. If you change it to module, then what it will do, that you have to use another syntax. Like if you try to run it here, then it will not work. How? Because you have changed the type of this project to use ES5 syntax. So it's ECMAScript that is called ES5. Yeah. So that's not going to work. You can try to run it like node um, index.js, and it's giving me error saying that we cannot understand the syntax. So and that's why we are not getting. So what we have to do, we have to change the syntax. So what is the syntax for uh, ECMAScript? Okay, let's find out. I'm just going to comment it. All right, we have commented it. And if you want to export it, you it. Okay, you have to write export simply this. So you do not have to like module dot exports, you just have to use this simple export sum and pi simultaneously. This is that's why module type is used more compared to CommonJS syntax. So this is a thing that we want to use for now. And what else? Now we have to import it. Okay, so let's import it. Import simply this import, although I'm not going to write it here, but this gets actually written on top. I'm just going to comment it for now. And then I write this import SumPy from utils, and now if I try to run it, then it will probably work. uh, okay, now it will probably work, I guess. Okay, we have to probably like save it now, or there's something missing. That I guess everything's fine. It's giving me some runtime errors. All right, everything's fine. Or we have to restart the, I guess let's restart it once. Oh shit. Oh, anyways. Okay. Now if I try to run it in the terminal, I guess it will work just fine. What's happening? Internal modules main. Why this error is occurring? There must be something that I'm missing, or I don't think it's some syntactical error. It's something to do with my configuration of VS Code. I have seen this error previously, but I'm still not trying to figure out how this error handles. Wait, let me find the cause. Hmm. What could be the reason? Like triggered uncaught exception, module not found. Uh, Wait a minute. Did I did I miss something? Ah, now I got the error. So basically what happens is like if you try to import, then you have to also specify like the extension as well. Otherwise it not works. I guess this is the reason, I think, probably. Well, this was the reason. So if you try to use ECMAScript syntax, then you have to specify the extension as well. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So well, I learned it the hard way. You guys should also learn it. Anyways, okay, so this thing worked. And what next? All right. So we know modules and HTTP modules and creating server. Okay, now we are moving into core modules. Core modules means that the modules that are inbuilt in Node.js that you can use it directly. Like I am naming server.js. Okay, what we are going to do in this server.js file, we are going to make an HTTP server. And now if most of the people don't know what is an HTTP server is, then just let me explain it for one time. Basically, what is an HTTP server? Basically, this is, suppose this is your front end of your code OS, and suppose this is a server. So when a user clicks on a button or something on your front end, the request gets to the server or the backend. Anyways, so the request gets into the backend, then the backend processes it and sends you to the front end. So what you are seeing here is basically a event driven architecture. Like what it's doing, that as you are doing an event on the front end, like clicking a button, then the uh, I mean the action you did, like clicking the button, the button click sends an request to the server. The server gets the request, handles it, and gives you a response based on the button you clicked. So this is called an event driven architecture, that you did an event, and the event the event get you made an response. All right. So the way you can communicate your front end and back end via HTTP request. This is a networking protocol, HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol. HTTP protocol have some rules that how you should talk between your front end and back end. So these the requests that are following here, like how the request should go to the back end, how the request should be managed, how should it be sent to the front end. Uh, this is the work of HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol. So yes, we are going to make an HTTP server that actually handles all the things that we are gonna do with the front end and back end together. Uh, I guess we are pretty clear. Okay, so how we can like create an HTTP server? Like, see, the first thing that we have to do, we have to import HTTP module that is inbuilt in Node.js, because Node.js give us HTTP module that we can use to create new servers. So that's why Node.js is used, right, to create servers and I mean building APIs and such. This is why Node.js framework is used mostly. So how we can use it, like const HTTP require HTTP. So the first thing we did, we actually imported HTTP in our, I mean, I guess this is like syntax of CommonJS, right? I guess I am using module, so I don't have to, I mean, this is the wrong syntax that I'm using. I have to like import HTTP from HTTP. Import, import, import HTTP from HTTP. So this is the syntax of importing the HTTP module into this file and using it. Now what we are going to do, that we are going to create a new server. And how that, like const HTTP, yes. So we are naming a variable const server. Then what we are doing, that all right, HTTP create server. No, we don't have to do this. Okay, too many wrong things. All right. So see, this is the thing, that const server is equal to HTTP create server. So you have to understand that HTTP is a module or an object. Okay, I mean module is basically an object with multiple things in it, like multiple functions, multiple things. Module is basically a code base of which some developers wrote, where they added multiple functionalities which are called methods. So one of the methods of HTTP module is create server. The create server method is used to create a new server with the HTTP. Wait, I got a call. Just a minute. Uh, Call connected. बोल करना क्या all right, we are done. Don't ask me where and which whose call it was, please. uh Anyways, okay, so we are gonna create a server, new server. So the first thing this server takes is an object or a callback function, that what the new server gonna do. Like that's the whole thing of making a server. Like if you are making a server, the server must have some logic that what it's gonna do with the request. That whatever request you're gonna get there, you have to do something with the request, then um, give it to the front end, or like, oh yeah, what it called, front end. I have heard this. This is there is a mm, there's something. I mean, just call it front end. Oh yeah, client, client. Yes, client. So the logic will then reach to the client, which is basically the front end. So the first thing we are gonna write a callback function. We are writing simply a callback function which have two parameters. The two parameters, the first parameter is basically request. Request is a parameter that you are going to give to the server, which is the request. I mean, if you are clicking a button, then you are generating a request to do something. And the second parameter is response. Response is basically what the server should respond to you with. So let's make this arrow function. No, nan. Mm, yes, so I guess we are done. Mm, okay. Response dot, and what we are doing that write response dot write um, hello world, right? Yes, not right head. We are simply like write. We have like write response dot write. I guess we have this method. Is response dot write a method? Is response is res dot write even a method? Node.js response dot write. I guess yes. This is a method, right? Response dot write and then creating it. Yes. So what we are, so the response is also an object which was written in the HTTP module, and it also has its um, what methods. Methods means that what you can do with the response. So the first method is that write something to the console. So if you use response dot write method, then the write method will write something to the console, whatever you are writing here. And then what you have to do at the end, you have to response dot end. You are ending the response of whatever the request you got. You give something to the client, and then you are ending the response. You are not gonna give anything more, and your work is done. So that's why the rest dot end is used. Again, I'm getting frustrated now. Whew. Okay, so we are ending the response, and probably this is the all we can do. Yep, so we ended the response. So uh do we need to do more? Like we haven't. um, do we need to create the server is created basically. Like what if I try to node server.js? What will happen? I'm just trying to see. Our server would start, right? If you server.js. Oh, the server has started, but I have not written anything to know that the server has started. So I guess I have to write. Um, so basically, we have also the listen method here. Server.listen. Uh, okay, server.listen, right? I have copied the code from AI and I just have one doubt. The first thing is that server.listen is a const server HTTP server type of like this server is basically the file name, right? If I do it like app, then then will it be like server.listen or app.listen? App.listen? I don't know. Is this something? Ah, got it. So what we did, we named the server right here. So that's not dependent on the app. Okay, I got it. Got it, got it. Okay, just let the name remain same. And this way we are gonna get HTTP server on port 3000 localhost, and what the server gonna do that it will console.log that the server is running on port 3000 here. So if I try to do it, then okay, so I have to reload it because I just messed things up. Oh yeah, no, so the app is here, right? I have to change it to like server.listen. Okay, and then I guess it will work. Yep, it's going to work. ये क्या हुआ? Yep, that's finally working. Server is running on port 3000. So if we go to port 3000 here, like um, localhost 3000, see, we got our server up and running. We can inspect it. We can go to network tab, then refresh it. Then we can see that the server is running. The request URL, I mean where the request is being hit, I mean from where the request is getting, that is this link http localhost 3000. So this is where the request going. The request method is get. As you know that request is basically a object written in http module which have multiple methods. The one of the methods is methods like there are multiple methods like get, post, put, although I will try to explain it a bit later. And we have status code. Status code basically lets us know that how your request has been responded with. If the request is okay, then probably to 200 okay. If the request is bad or something wrong is going, then it will give another status code like 404 or something, because there are multiple codes that we can look at, like if I just go to like chatgpt.com, I have previously searched that what the request does. Like you can see that if like it's 100 or 101 102, I mean it's just gives us information like the request has received and the process is being continued. If if the status code is like 200 or 201 202, then probably this is a success and the request was successfully processed, whatever. But if it's 300 301 302, then basically we need to do something more, like there's something needed to do that we have to do. And if it's 400 401 then it would probably be a bad request, and there's not we are not getting a response back. And after, and if it's like, I mean if the request is 400 or 400 400 to 404, then it's probably a client error, like the request is bad. But if the status code is like 500, 502, 503, then it is a probably a server error. Like the request is okay, but whatever the server that is the response giving you is basically bad. So this is the thing of server errors. mm, yep, I guess, and this is all I guess I have to say. Nope, 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 nope. So yeah, this was everything. Server is running on port 3000, so we have made a basic server probably on mm, with HTTP. And to make servers we generally use Express, and I don't want to make the server up and running as well, so we just control C, server is doomed, khatam. Okay, so what the npm scripts. Okay, so npm scripts are basically a part of package.json file where we have this scripts part. I mean, we can add something in the scripts, and you can ask that what are scripts, what do they, I mean, what they do. Scripts are basically some sort of code written, I mean code, or what I can say, that automates the task on the terminal or in this console. Like you can do some tasks that needs manual labor, you can replace it with a script that going to automatically do the thing for you. So that's what scripts are. The only problem is, what are scripts? Scripts are basically written in, I don't know, I just have to test it. Node.js scripts written in what? I don't know. Written in JavaScript, C++, Python. Uh, all init really does it create a package. No, you need to add index.js. Node.js script. Let me see. I don't know. Probably I guess I have to find something again. Uh, what are Node.js scripts basically? Node.js scripts. Node.js scripts. What are they? Uh, Node.js example scripts. Examples you can use. Hmm. There must be something, right? Like any script that I need to know. Node.js file system URL. Nothing here, nothing here. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Mm. Scripts are basically something that is written on the scripts. Nope, nope, nope. Bash or something, I don't know. Terminal scripts, okay. Shell scripting. I guess the thing that is written in Shell, maybe, probably, I don't know. Mm, I guess I have no other option than to go to AI. Well, probably. What is the language Node.js scripts are written in? Just scripts are written in. So written in JavaScript. Okay. So basically, if you write something, what we can write? Um, like if we are using some sort of script like NodeMon or something, then are they probably written in JavaScript? Maybe. Like, I don't know. Node1 is not a part of the script. Yeah, they are not part of the script, but yes, I can get it. Why? Like, can you give some examples of scripts? Some example scripts. Okay. Okay. They are the scripts. uh, are they scripts? क्या बात कर रहे हो? No, I don't want this response. I want like what scripts written in package.json file. Written in package.json file. Written package.json file. And script section in package is a place where you define custom commands to automate tasks in your Node.js. These scripts are typically run using. Okay, npm run script name. So like start node index.js, dev nodemon, test seco no test specified, run test placeholder, build webpack node products. Like I'm trying to. Hmm. Okay, I'm slowly getting it. Like I'm trying to get the gist out of it, that what it does basically. Okay. Start runs the main application file. Dev uses nodemon to watch for file changes and automatically restart the app during development. Requires nodemon to be installed as a dependency. Execute with npm run dev test build lint clean. Okay. Hmm. All right. Okay, we can add custom scripts. Okay, got it. Got it for the scripts basically. Okay, so these are the example of start node index.js. Dev is dev dependency, right? We just nodemon to watch for, requires nodemon to be installed as a dependency. You just nodemon to watch for file changes and automatically restart the app during development. Okay, got it. Probably got it better. So here we haven't added any scripts. We should try adding some scripts and see how it works. Like if I try to add nodemon or something like, although we are not going to use server, right? So for now, we'll keep it. .env file, I don't know, but before creating .env file or something, okay, .env file is basically a place where you can store your important information as like database key or your API key, or some unique IDs that are not meant to be seen by other developers but are important for the development. So those are the things stored in environmental variables. Some as I don't have anything for now important, so all I'm going to do is just add a port, port where I mean where my uh, the server will open on localhost, as it was previously opening on localhost 3000. But if I specify a different port like port 8000, then like 8000, then it will use the 8000 port to be opened. How we can do it? Like I don't think as in the server.js file we have not specified the port, but we can like const port is equal to like port const port, uh, we can use const port is equal to like whatever, port is equal to basically process.env dot env dot, like we want to access the port from env file, env dot process dot port. Okay. Oh, so we did not uh, added the env, so we had to import the env file in our code first of all, then we had to specify the port of env.port or 3000. So basically if we don't get any port in .env, then what it will probably do, then it will fall back on 3000. I mean, if there's no port specified in .env file, then it will probably open the server on localhost 3000, and whatever we are dealing with, then it will do there. I guess this is the work probably. And we have to change something here, like um, as we are getting the env port, so we can change the thing. Like for now we can change the things, right? Like server is running on the port 3000, but if I try to like add a variable in it, um, like dollar then put, so it will see the port here, whatever the port is, then it will print it here. Not so I guess I need to use this port small variable. All right, I guess everything's fine. Nope, nope, nope. I guess I am fine. I don't know what I'm doing. Default port is 3000. What if I try to, oh, I have to add in the package.json file, like what port do I add, right? Like here, def or something, like def is okay, but what do I add to add another port? We have to add the env or somewhere, like I remember where to add env variable in, mm, where to add env variable in package.json, package.json, so it accesses it from basically .env. I have to add like env or process or something. Oh wow, nice. First install the .env package. I don't know if we really need .env package, because previously uh, do we need .env package? All right, if it's saying, then I'm gonna use the .env package. Like as .env is a third party module, so we have to install it using npm install .env. All right, so you can see that we have a like node modules here with a .env, and .env will have a lot of files. These lot of files will have lot of files in them, and uh, it means that there are a lot of dependencies dependent on other dependencies, and it just creates a long structure or tree of dependencies which we can find in the package log.json. uh, as this is a new file that is created after package.json, this file basically holds all the dependencies that are being used in the modules. I mean, whatever module you are using, let it be third party or core modules. I mean, basically it manages the third party modules, I guess, not the core modules, and it shows you the dependency tree, whatever dependent on whatever. Okay, so Then where we needed to add like scripts in the start, right? Okay. Uh, Node r dot env config server.js. I guess I have to add this like node r dot env config server.js. Let's see what we can do. Config server.js. I really don't want to copy paste, but how will I be able to? I don't know. So I have to create a new script named start. So if I do this, okay, test echo error no test specified and exit one expected comma. Okay, so this is I guess done. Now if I do npm start, then where it will run npm start server is running on dollar port. What you are saying? What is wrong in server.js? Did I? No. Can't it access the port here? Like, haven't I specified the port? Mm, or is there something wrong in the code? Probably yes, there is something wrong, and I did miss something. Wait, wait. Like, there must be something wrong that I am can't find. Well, how can I be so dumb? Okay, there must be something. Not env. I have specified the port to 8000. Okay, so the port is specified here, and I want to access the port in my code. Uh, what is the thing that I can do? In package.json file, I guess I have created it. I don't know. Probably, I guess I have to watch a YouTube video. Okay, so this might something that is not working for now. Server is running on port, whatever. There, they should specify the port now that where the thing is running. But I don't think the port 8000 or localhost 3000. If I okay, so it's running on 3000, not on 8000. Uh, what can be the issue? Oh, damn! I was taking a class. I forgot. I really forgot. When the class ended, I don't know. I was getting some messages. I don't know. Did the class ended sometime? What? I was taking a class, right? Mm. Wow, that's great. Nothing could be more great. So basically, I got logged out of the class. I don't know how, but wow, this is recorded, I guess. So, wow, that's nice. That and I don't even have an idea when did I leave the class. I don't know what are the messages, but I guess no one is here and no one have to. Nice. When happened, I don't know, but somewhere in the middle it happened. Wow, could not be more beautiful than this. Man, this sucks. That really sucks. Oh, whatever. I don't want to be this cringe, but uh, it feels bad. Goodbye, sayonara. That I was not